How do everyone? How you doing? Welcome to another fun-filled week of the Grumpy Vlogger Show. And here we go. Let's just go in and bring all of my panel members. Let's bring in my co-host, the little feller himself, the little man with a big heart. Here we go. Call him Little Big Man. Here we go. And here's and
Bucky's
Bucky.
here too.
Yeah, I see Buck. Hi, Bucky.
Yeah. Happy birthday to who is it? Who's birthday? Oh, it's Nelia's birthday today. Oh yeah. Happy birthday, Nelia. And whose birthday is tomorrow? Oh, that will be Jim Lloyd. That's right.
Jim Lloyd. Okay. Well, all right. Well, good. See you, Bucky. All right. Now let's bring in the thunder from down under. Hey, Dominic, wake up.
Yeah, I fell asleep because I saw Bucky.
Yeah, I know. Understandable. And the man in charge himself, Mr. Charles Gillespie. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Art. Or hey, Lloyd. Hey, Art. Hey, Dominic. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Oh, goodness. So, what's it like? What's the weather like in your part of the world or country? Art, what's it like up there?
It's warm. It's got up in 97 today with low humidity. So it felt like being on the sun.
Yeah. How about you, Charles? What's it like there?
Well, actually, currently it's fairly lovely. It's not too hot. It's kind of humid, but not uncomfortably so. You know, there's a nice breeze coming in. So
yeah,
cool.
And Dominic, you're freezing. You look like you're freezing your tushy off there.
Yeah, I am actually. 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and it feels like 38.
Yeah, well, it got up to 99 today. We had about 61% humidity, and I swear to God, you can see the moisture in the air. It's just that muggy. It's just like, oh my God, it's just hot. It's hot everywhere. Right. So, and I had to get out today, but I tried to get out before it got quite up that high. So, I tell you what, I went back where they sell the milk and, you know, the creamer and all that stuff back. There were a lot of people hanging out there in Walmart because that was the coolest place in the building.
Yep.
I went back
that's why the malls are very popular in the Philippines.
Well, we don't have malls here. Our malls are shut down. So
yeah, we got one mall left. That's it used to be called the Aurora Mall. Now it's Town Center.
Yep. Ah, okay. All right. So, all right, I'm going to just jump into this now. Forgot to do it right. We got Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. We got Jody, Drone Shots. We got AZ Drone Dude. My mind went blank.
That'd be David.
David, yes, I know that. God. We got Captain Joe America. That'd be Joe. We got Barkley, 107 Drones. We got Joey, Jaybird. And we got you, Art. And we got there's David again. And David some more. Oh, Bryan, Waypoint, New England. Thank you, Bryan, for the chocolate. Don't know how I ended up with it. I thought I had, like I said, I watched yesterday, telling you, I watched the replay of it, and I just jumped forward to see, you know, who won, and like, oh yeah, he's going to win. So, hey, it's great, you know, and then you let me know yesterday that, got prize on the way. So, Mickey the View Moo, welcome. You're on our channel.
The View Moo. The View Moo. The View Moo.
The View Moo.
The View Moo.
View Moo. All right, let's. I'm gonna get tongue tied. Charles, Bent Rails Production. Hello.
Yeah, who's that, Dominic?
Which one?
Bent Rails Production.
Gary.
Okay.
Please.
Welcome, Gary. And Ronnie, God Bless America. Let's see who else we got. TJ. He must be watching over on your channel there, Art.
Yes, he is.
The happiest man on YouTube. I tell you what. Yep, he is. He's fun. He's a fun guy. He's really a nice guy. And Steve Knowles. Hello, Steve. And
I think I got everybody. It all.
Do it.
He knows it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you came here for quality jokes, folks, you're going to be sadly disappointed.
Yeah, that's right, because Lloyd sends me all those books.
And it had absolutely, it didn't help at
No
all.
improvement. Nope.
None whatsoever. So,
Mm-hmm.
but anyways,
Barkley's back.
Do what?
Barkley is back.
Oh, Barkley's back. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. It's what can I say? It's summertime. We're the last week of July. And which is our four hardest weeks of the year are always the last 2 weeks of July and the first 2 weeks of August. And we're usually hitting in the hundreds. We've actually done well this year. We had a little bit of 100-degree temperature at the first part of July and or at the end of June, but then it just but we never really, we haven't hit our stride yet, but I have an idea we're fixing to. So I know there's excessive heat warning on until tomorrow.
Why can't we trust an atom?
I don't know, Barkley. Tell us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're waiting.
While he's talking, do you want me to complete the answer?
Sure, why not? Oh, because they make up everything.
Nice play on words. Nice play on words. So yeah. So. Oh wow.
You remember Paula Poundstone, the comedian?
Yeah.
Well, now she's shilling for Joe Biden. I accidentally clicked on one of her tabs in Facebook, and she hasn't aged very well. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I understand that. So now I talked about this a little bit. I was on Uncle Bill's show last night, and I talked about this a little bit last night, but I got my new airbrush.
Oh, cool.
It's called the Black Widow. It comes in this case, and I'll be honest with you, it's from Harbor Freight. But it is a nice Harbor Freight.
Oh, okay.
Harbor Freight, tool. You don't have Harbor Freight there?
Yep, we do.
Oh, okay. But yeah. And
they got rock tumbling stuff too.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and they had some on closeout. I should have grabbed one, but anyways, it is your standard gravity fed, which means it puts a little cup up here, but instead of having to work with that little button, it's a trigger feed.
Ah, okay.
And cool. It comes with an 03 and an 05 tip. Now, this is what's called the fan tip, or and so it does like the widespread. You can either turn it to go up like this or like that, and it comes with that and a regular cone tip, which is your standard nozzle. So, but yeah, it's smooth. It's well built. They're like $79, which is cheap for they've got a nice setup that to change out the tip is just real easy. You take this off, slide it out, pull it off, put the new needle, and it's just really, and it comes with that. It comes with a quick connect that you can add to the bottoms for your quick connect hose. It comes with this size of the, there we go. Has a little Black Widow spider on it, but it comes with that size and then a smaller one. So I got this so I can finish spray painting that little fella I'm making for you. So
cool.
And but I had other stuff I didn't get done this weekend because I was farting around with this and trying to find it and shut up. I don't know why she didn't do this yesterday on your show. But anyways, so anyways, I didn't get anything done yesterday. So today I had to get out and do some stuff. And so I'll start probably tomorrow, because I have nothing planned for the rest of the week. So I'll start doing the spray painting, finishing that up, and then I'll start on the mechanics. So
great.
Yeah. So probably another I'm gonna give it another maybe 3 weeks, and I should be done with it. I didn't realize Lon Denard hadn't seen the ones I'd finished. He just saw them as they were being built, and because he doesn't watch my show on Mondays, so I showed him a couple of my dummies last night, and did that. Did a little bit of. I had old Joe come on, and he did a little talking and stuff. But yeah, I'm. And after I get through doing this little one, then I'll do the big one for me. Actually, I've decided I was going to do, because I ended up printing 3 heads because I didn't like the size, but and I ended up doing this size for me. That's what yours is going to look like, but a hell of a lot smaller,
Right.
And about 25% less than that. So it's going to be about 38 inches, maybe something like that.
Huh?
But anyways,
that's what she said.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, instead of doing that big one, I like the size of the medium size I printed, but it came out wrong. So I have to, because that's where Ranger bumped my table that the 3D printer was sitting on, and it jumped over to the side. So I've got about about an eighth of an inch where it comes up and then moves over an eighth of an inch and then finishes off. So no fixing that. Just
hello, Bill.
Bill.
Oh, Bill. Hey, how you doing, Bill?
Yep, Coast Drones.
Yeah. So anything exciting going on in the drone world that
I know there's going to be an Air 3S coming out.
Okay.
And there may be another beginner drone called the Neo.
The Neo.
It's going to be about the same size as the Avata 2.
Okay.
And
about the size of the Spark, maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah. About like a Spark with the fixed camera on it, kind of like a Tello. And it's got guards on it like an Avata. And it's hand launch. You get hand launch. And it's just a beginner drone.
And I said he never watches my show, but guess what? Lon Denard, welcome. He says, well, you can't have the dummy being larger than the ventriloquist. That's true. That's why I'm making the smaller one for art. Yeah. Welcome to the show. And Mark R. White has dropped in. Coast Drones, we said hi to. So it appears to, Bill says it appears to have a 2-axis gimbal. So beware micro drone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a 2-axis gimbal will work.
Right.
So, but anyways, yeah, I'd been hearing it, but I've been missing everybody's show. I just, I get through it like on Mondays, I get through with this and I try to turn on, Drone Nation. And I usually get in there and I start dozing. I go in and take my medicine right after my show, and I start dozing off and thinking. And so yeah, I've missed. I actually, believe it or not, Bill Thomas didn't do a show this last Wednesday, and I was like, wow, and I realized he was on vacation. So and it's like. But I was at a loss for what to do, so I just rolled over and went to sleep.
Good idea.
Yep.
Oh, you got out of work early. Okay, cool, Lon.
Yes.
Wow.
Because that's what he said. He's usually working when my show comes on. So.
Okay.
Oh, you've been known to doze off during your live stream too? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's times if I had a little bit of a power nap this afternoon, so I'm doing okay. But wow, you guys got anything fun to talk about?
Japan leads in the gold count.
That's good.
They lead with I think 8 gold medals, but the United States has 20 medals overall. But they're
That seems to be a great talking point, is how you sort it. Do you sort it by total medals or do you sort it by gold medals? That
right.
seems to be the main topic on the various social medias.
Yeah, I'm at the point that I could care less. They could stop the Olympics right now, never have another one, and I wouldn't miss it. I have no use for it. It's gone. It seems like each year they come up with crazier and crazier and sillier and ridiculous stuff to start out with, and it's just gotten to a point where
especially when you've got breakdancing as one of the sports.
Oh, breakdancing's on this. Wow.
Yeah, I think no, that's too much.
Yeah,
and I do agree. I do agree with the opening ceremony. That's
they have beach volleyball, though.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I am too, Joey. Because I could care. I mean, I don't want to take away from our athletes.
Yeah,
they've accomplished something. It's not their fault, but I just cannot.
They're just
they went too far.
Innocent bystanders. But the other thing that I'm noticing, I don't know if it's in your media, but our media seems to be only focusing on the women athletes, and it seems as though there are no male athletes competing. Maybe it's just the media and the way they've built it up.
Yeah. It's sexist, isn't it?
Yeah.
But are they really female athletes?
Yeah.
Only their hairdresser knows.
Yeah, exactly. I want to go off the
there's another rabbit hole I don't want to go down, but
let's not discuss that.
I have to say that opening ceremony was some other kind of ceremony. It has introduced so much evil into the world. Okay, that I found this today while shopping.
Zero sugar.
Pumpkin
spice.
Pumpkin,
and it's not even August yet.
Yep.
That's how much that ceremony has warped our reality.
Oh yeah. Well, I went to yesterday. I had to run up to the store to get some. I forgot. I had to get something from Walgreens. I walked. No, it was when I went to Walmart today. I mean, they've got back to school crap. I mean, we're still the last week in July, and they've had back to school stuff for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks now.
Yep.
I take it you don't know what a hot cross bun is.
Yeah.
Who?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, good. Because I thought it was just an Australian or an English thing. But with hot cross buns, they advertise them on December 26th, which is Boxing Day. They're in the shops the day after Christmas, ready for Easter. So it's obviously because we don't really celebrate. We don't celebrate Halloween, but it is starting to become a thing over here.
Right. Same in the Philippines too.
Yeah, it's starting to creep in. So, okay. Thanks, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the hot cross buns were, like you said, they start on Boxing Day and they're ready for Easter. They keep going through, and it's because the cross that's on the bun has that significant meaning, and I've been hearing about this that they started selling them earlier and earlier,
Well, in the Philippines, September is when they start putting up Christmas decorations.
Oh, yeah, Christmas decorations, yeah.
Yeah. They start any month that ends with the bear, that's when they have Christmas decorations up.
Yeah. Going back to the Olympics for a little bit, because I don't want to get into all of that crap, because I just refuse to even acknowledge that bullshit. But one of the things I saw is they had an athlete who had been paralyzed. And from I guess he was paralyzed from the waist down, and he had managed to somebody or whatever another. He got a pair of the robotic legs that help make his, and he carried the torch for that. He was a torch bearer, and he was a former athlete that had had been a runner. And then he was in a bad car accident, I guess, and was paralyzed from the waist down. And they got those robotic leg braces where it walked for him, and then he carried that torch. Yeah. That's the kind of athleticism. That's the thing that the Olympics are about. Having some big old thing sitting there. You guys have seen the pictures. I don't need to describe. Not one of them was athletic.
Right.
There wasn't an athletic one amongst them. Well, maybe the big one in the middle might have been a dead weightlifter or something.
Yeah, power weightlifter. Yeah,
power weightlifter. Yeah. Yes, they are. They are. And I've known several people who have been in the Paralympics, and that's something that the Olympics is about country or national pride and your national pride and your national your patriotic athleticism. Each country is I remember back I had a doctor is when I was paralyzed his back, so it must have been like maybe 86.
Yeah.
I can't remember which Olympic it was. Might have been 84. It might have been 84. And I had this neurologist, and he was Chinese. And I was in and out of the hospital, and I was in the hospital during the Olympics. And I'd go down, and he'd do these tests, and, he'd come in and see. And he was always bragging about how well China was doing, and, And I think that was 84.
Does he say Olympics? I watch the Olympics.
Nope, he said Olympics, and he was very.
Good.
Yeah, they're twerking and water jumping. 20. Yeah, that's
2032 Olympics are in Australia. Brisbane.
Okay.
There you go. Well, see, you guys ain't got no borders to jump, so you can't be there.
You don't have problems with illegals down there.
Yeah. You're wrong there. We've got boat people.
Well, at least you got water to separate.
Yeah, I think so, Jaybird.
We got a stinking little river that people just wade across to get to here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you know paralegals? They're lawyers from the waist down.
Well, okay. Yeah. I see Charles' reaction. I agree with him.
And we got John. Who's John?
Hello, John.
Well, hello, John.
Well, good to see you, John.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I should know who he is.
Is he one of Chuck's or Charles' gaming dudes?
I don't think so.
Let me check and see who he is. Okay.
But he subscribed at least.
He just retracted his message. Why did he do that?
I can't think of the name of it exactly, but I think it's called Border Force or Border Patrol or something like that. The PB program.
Where I work with a lot of Vietnamese and Laotians.
Oh, John. Yeah, I know who you are, John.
Okay, yeah.
Connecticut pirate, John.
Oh,
He's got it. Wrong account.
Yeah, yeah.
We've all done that before.
Okay, not a problem. I can fix it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out who in it because I thought, I know. I'm pretty sure I have an idea. They must know us but yeah, I actually met him up in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, that's less confusing now. Don't do that. Us old people can't handle all that switching around. So.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I'm just disappointed in. It's like you said, Charles. That whole opening has nothing to do with,
the
sports.
Olympics.
Yep. There's no sportsmanship in that. It was, as I like to say, that was wackadoodles.
Yes, it is.
But anyways,
that makes you want to dream of bringing jarts back. You know what jarts are. Charles knows what they are.
Yep.
Those lawn darts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawn darts,
Yeah.
I think, I'm beginning to think that, and it goes to show, there's a big argument back in the day when Charles Darwin brought out his theory of evolution, survival of the fittest and stuff. Well, obviously that's proven wrong. After all this couple of centuries of Darwinism being out there, they have managed to prove that it is complete false teaching. Because if it were survival of the fittest, most of those assholes wouldn't have made it past the birth canal.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you it ain't evolution. At least not Darwin's version,
Nope.
But anyways, yeah. So, I talked about this on Uncle Bill's show last night. This thing, and I ran into it again. I watch a lot of different YouTube videos, everything from music to bad cops or good cops, Karens and Kens and all of that other shit. I'm getting real tired of the damn narration being done by a friggin' AI that doesn't doesn't know how to pronounce the words properly. And the same in some of these lazy assholes that keep using each other's. I saw one thumbnail. It was for I saw one thumbnail that has been used for 4 different videos by 4 different people.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, give me a break. Lazy bastards. If you're going to do it right, Yeah, we called it a week now. See, they wouldn't have made it growing up, I mean, we had lawn darts, If it's real simple. If
and we had clackers too.
Yeah, do I?
Clackers.
Oh yeah.
Those little
hell yeah.
balls
Yeah. My mother and my aunt actually bought. Well, they were actually the mold for like those artificial grapes that the one made out of resin. Well, they'd use those and they'd buy the resin and they'd put the string through it and then set it up, and they started making and giving them away to gifts. So everybody around us had one of those things, and something, I never could get them to go click, 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 click. I got them to go thump, 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 shit. Never could get them damn things working.
About paddle ball. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, paddle balls. Yeah.
Yeah, where you got the little ball on the rubber.
That damn thing always hit me in the face. I never could get that some of this to work.
Pretty darn good at it for a while.
They don't make YouTube videos like when I was young, by Godfrey. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we rode in the back of pickup trucks.
Right. And we drank out of a garden hose.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was cold water, and boy, was it good on a hot
hell yeah.
And we made Kool-Aid. Yep.
That's real Kool-Aid.
We even made Kool-Aid Pops. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
There was these, they were like a tablet. and they were like a Kool-Aid. They already had sugar or flavoring, sweetener in them, and you'd get those and you'd drop them into the into a quart of water, and they'd fizz and do all that stuff, and then you'd have your grape and I think
grape,
one of them,
cherry.
Yeah, they had grape, cherry,
raspberry,
right? And I think they were called fizzies, is what they were called. Yeah, none of that stuff exists now. Yeah,
nope.
And what's really sad is, our technology has gotten so good that we're living longer and becoming more. We're just advancing. People 100 years old now. There's nothing. That's nothing new.
Mr. B.
We got movie stars that are on average. Hello, Mr. B. Mike.
Hey, Mr. B.
Mike. Yep.
And well, yeah, I remember the dip that you used to get the candy in. The candy stick was and you dipped it into the packet of flavor. I can't remember what those were called, but anyways, and I completely forgot where I was headed.
Yeah.
I was right on a good rant, and then it just.
Oh, how about pops that we don't have these days?
Like soda pops. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have Tab anymore.
No.
Yeah. Do we still have 7-Up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got it here.
Yeah, 7-Up still.
How about Sprite?
Sprite's still around. Oh, yeah, it's part of Pepsi or Coke. I can't remember who owns which now. And
7-Up is Coke, and I think Sprite is Pepsi.
Okay.
Right. Town Club. I remember those on when I lived in Michigan. There used to be one over by the theater that I used to go to.
Yeah.
They had all different flavors of soda.
That's what I know where I was going. I was talking about how we're living because of our new discoveries, technology, medicine, advancements in medicine. People are living longer and longer. But we got more and more people are becoming insane earlier.
Yeah.
The longer we live, the more demented our nation has become. So, we got to start knocking off some of these 100-year-old people and getting the average back down to. Yeah.
I used to buy that stuff when I was still, traveling comedian because I drink that in the morning, right?
Welcome,
right
Ellie King.
Jolt Cola and a pizza.
Yeah.
That was the way it was.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of the computer.
Oh, that might be one of my new subscribers.
Right. Yeah. I think that's, I've seen the name before, so I think it's one of your subscribers. I remember, when I was a kid, we'd take our pop bottles and, gather up pop bottles and take them up to there was a store up from us over there on, it was on Zuni.
Right.
About, I don't know, 80th or so, thereabouts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's called U-Totem.
Yep.
And we used to take our pop bottles up there, and they carried penny candy. So we'd all gather our pop bottles up, and then in the summertime, and then go up there and trade in, and we'd buy penny candy. And they had these little chocolate balls that were in a package called Sixlets, and they just were. I think it's artificial chocolate, but it tastes good. And I hadn't seen them in a weird. And I was talking to somebody else here a while back. Well, I went to the store Friday, and they were selling them in, like $5 for looked like about 5 pounds or 6 pounds of those damn things.
Wow.
But I didn't buy any. I should have bought some, but I wasn't in the mood to buy. It's like, okay, well, but I didn't need them anyways. But because we used to rip the. They were in a cellophane, so you had these like 6. They were called Sixlets because there'd be 6 of them in there. Chocolate with, like chocolate M&Ms, but little round ones. Rip them open and stick them in your mouth.
Yeah, wedge them big. Hey, Paul.
Hey,
and
Paul.
Michael Wright. You know
hey,
the
Mike.
show, right? When Michael's here.
So we've got Mike B and Mike.
Here. Did you say hello to Andrew?
No, I did, and I saw it, and I meant to say something. Hello, Andrew. Yes. Sorry about that, and Mike and
Mr. B.
Yeah.
Did you say hello to Mr. B?
I did. Yes.
That's another mic. Yeah.
Because that's the other mic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 mics.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had both the mics in last night on Uncle Bill's show, which
it's like Daryl, and Daryl.
Yeah, Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. Yeah.
Mike, and you could go Mike, and Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Michael, Mike, and Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Revere, Methuselah, and Moses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, and of course, I remember Moses before, he started, downloading text messages on a tablet from the cloud,
He was the first person to use a tablet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lloyd is so old, the Dead Sea was just sick when he was a kid.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's so old, they had to make water by smashing hydrogen and oxygen atoms together.
Yeah.
Paul, that was how I found out about the whole Hawk Tour thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
because I'm looking up Hawk for a couple of other reasons, and this girl comes up. So that's how I found out about it.
Yeah. Obviously, Moses was Australian because.
Bushman. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Had to be Australian.
He would have worn thongs, though.
Do what?
Flip-flops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, flip-flops. Yep.
Yeah.
They wear them everywhere in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
when you're indoors. When you go to someone's house, you take your shoes off. And you put your slippers on.
Yeah.
Slippers are different to thongs or flip-flops.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the way it is here, too.
Well, I can't wear both kinds of thongs because my feet are screwed up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I could. Both kinds of thongs. Yeah, I don't think you really want to be wearing that one kind.
Yeah. It'd be very uncomfortable.
It'd be like, ew. It's like the bald guys are hanging out on both sides,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an image I didn't need.
Thank you.
Where's James? I sent him a link, so maybe he'll join. But
and folks, if you want some real worthwhile content, don't forget at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
They Drone Nation with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and all their gang. So, but let's see, what have I just been doing what I always do. I've been going through and watching old movies or repeats, It's like I've watched all the Denzel Washington Equalizer movies. And
what was his name again?
Bite me. Denzel Washington.
Washington?
Oh, yes.
Melbourne. Melbourne.
Oh, when I went to Walmart today, you guys know that I've gotten into these
Melbourne?
These Hawaiian flower shirts. Yeah, Hawaiians. Hawaiian flower shirts. Yeah, got me 2 new ones today. I think.
Great.
Yeah. So, man, they're just comfortable. because they're thin, they're lightweight, and I ain't gonna be wearing these in the wintertime. I guarantee you. But,
I know that.
Yeah, but right now they are very comfortable. And but yeah, I went and picked up 2 more today. So I mean, they're not too expensive. Yeah. I think these were on sale because it's they're already got school clothes out. So
yay,
I had to hunt for these. They sent you as a prize.
Yep. I'm down to the last jeepney.
Yeah, I got mine sitting right back over here. I was going to bring it and set it here on the table to show everybody that I got it, and but I'd have to actually get up and walk 10 feet, and I'm just too lazy to do that. If I get up from this chair again, I'm going to bed. So
yeah, I've already taken my melatonin, so by the time this show is over, I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, I am too, because I take right after your show on Sundays. I have to go and take my meds, and so by 8 o'clock, I'm ready to, I have a couple of those quick dry T-shirts, and I like them. Andrew.
And I actually woke up to the alarm this morning, which is good.
Oh, good news.
Yeah, and majority of my sleep was deep sleep, so I was really refreshed today.
Okay, I got a glitch on it. The majority of your what?
Majority of my sleep was deep sleep.
Oh, yeah, because you use an app to tell you how you sleep.
Yeah, it'll say deep sleep, light sleep, and REM sleep.
See, what happened in the old days where you just went over to, if you had a partner, you knew you were snoring because they would gouge you in the ribs. Yeah. Otherwise, if you didn't, you just went to sleep. You didn't have to have an app to know whether you're sleeping good. If you got up and felt decent in the morning, you had a good night's sleep. If you got up and felt like shit, you had a bad night's sleep. I don't need no app to tell me what kind of night's sleep I have. We have become too technical. We've become too engrossed in technology. And yes, I haven't.
Well, I didn't take a muscle relaxer last night, so that might help.
You didn't, or you did?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
My shoulders is a lot better. It's still a little stiff right here.
Yeah.
If I lift my arm up, but it doesn't hurt up here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's I'm like Mark says, if I'm not awake, I'm asleep. Why do I need an app to tell me that?
That's right.
Oh, don't start yawning. I know this show is boring as hell tonight, but God almighty. We just use it's like my pharmacy. I went there today. They hadn't been getting my prescriptions because they switched apps, and so they give me this damn piece of paper with a QR code, and I got to fill all this bullshit out. And then they send me a sign-in code, a PIN number to use to sign in to verify me to my email. Well, I just drove up, and they handed me this and says, "While you're waiting on your script, why don't you fill this out?" And that meant I had to go find my email, so I had to. Because my email,
I downloaded that on your phone.
Nope.
Oh God!
I use
it. Last century.
No, my email. I download it at the house. I download it here. I don't like using the webmail. I don't use webmail. I actually use an actual email.
I use Gmail. I have both of them, and it goes to the same one, and I could check it.
I have four accounts that I use of different ones. I got the Grumpy Vlogger account. I got I've got my internet account that the one that comes with my internet service. I got one of Judy's accounts there. And I got another one. I can't remember what it is now. But I got 4 or 5 accounts that come into this, and I download them all and then take them off the server because I do all of that stuff on my iPad, and my iPad never leaves my house. It's always in there. I don't take it with me. that's why I don't use the phone for my email. I don't want, it has that and the fact the damn phones are too small. I mean, my iPad is this friggin' big. I can read the friggin' mail. But I did go online and open up the browser and type in the information and download it from the webmail to get it. But it's like, what a pain in the ass. Why didn't you? And then when I finally get signed into it, it turns out it's not actually an app. It's just a website that's their personalized registered one. And then you have to put the link to it on, put it on your home screen. Yeah, your home screen. No, you put it on your, like.
Oh, the home screen. Okay.
Yeah, it's like this. There's right there.
Right.
It looks just like an app, but it's not. It's actually just a web link to that particular, and it goes just directly to. It's already signed in. It goes directly to that. So it's like,
right.
What a pain in the ass. So. Yeah, I don't just highlight the text until the phone speaks to you. Yeah, see, I don't ever check the only reason I checked it today is because I wanted to get that app set up, before I left there. So.
Oh.
Your watch doesn't think you have sleep apnea? Yeah. Neither does my watch.
Yeah, he's got the Invicta.
No, this one's not the Invicta. This is my Fossil.
Fossil.
Yeah, and this is a mechanical. It's called a skeleton watch because it shows the.
Oh, okay. It shows the movement.
Yeah, and it's self-winding. It's a self-winding watch. So.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my favorite watch. Judy bought this for me here, for my birthday or for Christmas a couple years ago, and I just love it. And so, I wear it. It's my day watch. It's the one I wear around the house when I'm doing anything, or, if I just got to run up the store. Now, if I'm going to go out anywhere, like out to dinner or something, I may switch to one of the other watches. But this one and my Seiko that she bought me about 10 years ago are my two favorite watches.
Oh, cool.
And the Seiko's battery operated. The Fossil, this Fossil, I have two Fossils, two Invictas, and one Diesel, and a Seiko. Yeah, I got. Yeah, and my Omega Seamaster doesn't tell me my heart rate or blood pressure or anything else. How many steps I've taken, just the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, I've got that Invicta. I think it's called the Pro Diver, and it's a what they call a homage to the Seamaster,
Okay.
And it's a mechanical watch too. It doesn't this Fossil, I cannot wear it for a day, put it in its case and leave it, and I pick it up and it's still keeping time. But that Invicta doesn't have enough longevity on it to run for 24 hours without movement,
Okay.
So it's got a short mainspring on it, I guess. But no, I'm not lighting cigarette after cigarette. This damn thing keeps going out. And I keep having to relight it. I get to talking and put it down.
Well, this watch that I have, every time I get a Facebook message, it pops up on my watch, and I can either give it like a short, text like yes, no, thanks,
right,
next time, something like that, or I could do like emojis on it.
I've been trying, like with my Apple Watch, I tried to find the settings where you could actually customize that. I couldn't find where I could just push a button and say "fuck off,"
Yeah, that's a great one.
But anyways, but no, well, yeah, and you're probably right. What it is I need to actually take a couple puffs off it every so often. But I like mechanical. I like the wind up watches, mechanical. The automatics, mechanical watches. Battery operated. They're great. Like my Seiko, I love it. It's a great watch. it's a pain in the ass when the battery goes down. You have to change it because you got to have a certain type of tool to get that back off.
Yeah.
And which I have, and I like watches because my dad used to rebuild watches. He was a watch repairman, and I just got addicted to watches back then, and I probably got. I know I've got an old Seiko automatic from back in the early 60s, but I got to find it. I can't remember where the hell where I laid it down as. One that my dad had, and and I've got my grandfather's watch, which I've got to find it because it's in another cabinet. I'm going to have to move some stuff to get to it, but it's from World War I. He carried it through the war. It is a wristwatch.
Oh.
And it's not one of those pocket watches that had a wristwatch holder, It's an actual wristwatch. And it just so happened that during that time period, the watch I've seen them that look just like that. And I got to check, because there was a couple of them a couple of different companies making those watches back then. But I think the one I've got is an actual Omega. Can you imagine how much an Omega watch from 1915, because it's dated on the back?
Yeah.
I mean, because Omega watches are like $10,000. So, but this one, I didn't realize it until I started looking at some Omega watches. And all of a sudden I saw about 5 pictures pop up of this one. And it's like, wait a minute, that looks just like my grandpa's watch. And have about 30. I would like to have.
My sister still has my dad's and my mom's watches, and they were both Bulivas were gold cases.
Yep. Yeah, I've got my mother's Buliva
with the sapphire movement.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why this one here has rubies in the.
Right.
That's what they call a 17 jewel watch,
Right.
But yeah, I like, this Fossil was not expensive. It's a modern watch, but it's mechanical and automatic. So it's just, I get bored. I can sit there and watch the wheel go tick, 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 back and forth, Doesn't take much to entertain me.
Well, take care, Mike. He's
all right.
Running up this store.
Enjoy.
All right, catch you later, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
And yeah, we're got about 10 more minutes left, and then the good old boys from the Drone Nation will be taking up the mantle. If we can all stay awake that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have a nap as well.
Yeah.
I might watch about 5 minutes of Drone Nation and go to bed.
I usually go in and I hit the thumbs up and write, okay, I came in here to hit the thumbs up. Everybody hit it, and then I go off on my thing.
That's
so
what I do.
Yeah, it's always the grumpy vlogger raid.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Joey's got a nice collection. He's got some nice watches. It's like, let's see, what is he?
Hey, we got Trey in the house.
Trey did his show just before.
Dre, yes. So Dre,
he finished by the time we'd started, so that was good.
Oh, did he get his show in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sat and watched it.
Yeah, because he contacted me and he wanted to do it before Drone Nation, and I said, hey, you can do it during my show. It's not going to hurt my feelings, because my show isn't, Dre puts on a good show. He is the best dressed man in the drone community.
And one of the coolest people I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah. Dre is a great guy. And I thought that was, and I appreciated that, Dre, that you contacted me and asked, when my time was, because you didn't want it. So yeah, I didn't have a problem with it, but I appreciated him asking,
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd had problems with his equipment yesterday or something doing his show, but he wanted to do it today. So I got the message this morning. And yeah, no problems. So, but
Cool.
yeah. What other exciting things are going on? Yeah, that's it. You know, it's hot. It's summertime. I don't get out of the house if I don't have to. There's not a lot to do. Let's see.
Any more news about the attempted assassination?
Not really. They're
dragging it out.
Well, yeah, it's too hot, Andrew. You're right. You know, there's a lot of there's been a bunch of theories put out, you know, about the the first thing I said is right after it happened, I said, look out for the man in the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
I was joking. I didn't realize they were going to talk about some guy that was up on top of the water tower, which there was nobody on that water tower.
Yeah.
They've there was a couple channels have gone through and taken the audio as well as they've taken the trajectory of where the shots were at. There's no way that guy if there had been a water, and it was just probably some sort of radio antenna or something like that, some transponder type thing up there on top of it, It probably is used to help them monitor how much water is actually in the water tower, so they know whether they need to start bringing more into it, and that's probably what it is. But then there was the guy in the open window in the next building over. Well, there again, he couldn't have done it because the trajectory. He might have been able to get close to Trump, but he couldn't have got the other two groups because their position was completely out of that range. So, they've disproved it. With people have actually gone there and measured it out. That are not part of law enforcement. They've gone there and looked over the maps and all the plot positions. Google Earth. You can look at anything now, and but yeah, so there's it's not. I'd heard that, Andrew, that he wants to have another one there at Butler, but. Wow, you're done collecting?
Yeah.
John has a Submariner, an Omega, and an iWatch Ultra. Yeah, I would love to have an Omega. That's I want the one I want is the Snoopy Moonwatch.
Ah, okay. Yep.
That would be the one I'd want.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you will, Andrew. I think you will. If he sets his mind to it, he's going to do it. And but yeah, no, there's all the theories are. I mean, this just comes down to it doesn't matter if there was one shooter or three shooters or five shooters. It was the security screw up that was the problem. That's the whole problem right there. It has nothing to do. It doesn't matter whether you like Trump or hate Trump. He should have been protected, and somebody didn't do their job. And somebody should have to be held accountable. It's just accountability.
When somebody in the crowd says, "There's a guy on the roof," hey, maybe I'll go check that out.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know. That's just, and nobody wants, and of course, we as Americans just love conspiracy theories. I mean, any major event that ever happens, there's a conspiracy theory about it, I think the only two things I've seen that didn't involve a conspiracy theory, and that was the assassination of Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy.
Right. How?
Both.
Well, there is kind of a.
Well, with Robert Kennedy, they think that the mob hired the guy. So but
right.
But not to the extent that there is with John F. Kennedy.
Well, some of the conspiracy theories I hear, RFK had 2 different rounds in it. I'm like, I don't know. I'd have to check the autopsy and see if they say anything, if there was a 45 and a 22, because was shot, what, 3 times with the 22 from the cheap Ivers Johnson 9-round pistol.
Yeah.
And one, I think he got hit in the shoulder, and one hit him in the head behind the ear.
Right.
I think that's the one
that was a fatal shot. Yeah. That was the one
it
eventually
didn't kill him instantly because he was conscious for a while.
Yeah, he was still alive that night, and it was the next morning. I remember them turning on the radio, and they were announcing when he died. You know, it's like
right.
Well, actually, the first thing that morning, he was still alive, but by 10 o'clock, I think he'd passed away. 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So
right,
you know, something like that. I can't remember. God, that's been years ago, and. But yeah, so yeah, you know, there's going to be conspiracy theories, you know, people.
Well, you know what time it is?
And it's that time the notifications
it is time for everybody to go over to Drone Nation and for us to say happy trails.
Happy trails.
And everybody have a great show, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with this craziness we call a show. I'm doing you guys a favor. I'm cutting it off before Bucky gets to say much. All right. Later, folks.